Okay, well, we are back with the second episode of the Huddersfield Football Manager 2023 career mode, and I've gotten through about 4 games, and as you can see from our position up here and our form, we have not been that great. So I'm going to take it over to the schedule. So whenever we were here last time, we ran through the first game against Rotherham where we lost on the road. So in the first round of the EFL Cup, we beat Burton. In the second round, we beat Notts County. Um, we drew Plymouth at home. This game here was very disappointing because, as you can see, Kieran Phillips scored in the 64th minute, and we just gave up an awful goal to Ryan Hardy. We didn't mark him at all. Down by the down by the goal. Let me see if I can play this goal real quick and show how much I hated it. Watch goals. So we'll go ahead and run through the goals here real quick. Once it decides I want to load. All right, so we got the goals here. It was a very good through ball by Diarra, and he just ran around the keeper and scored. I was very ecstatic with the goal, and I thought that we had won it there. And then they just let Hardy run right through them, and it chipped off of chipped off our goalie, and it was very frustrating to watch. It was very frustrating to coach, everything like that. There just wasn't a whole lot that I liked about that. I gave Teo Gutierrez a run. He just couldn't do much. He hasn't done much in any of our games so far, which is very disappointing. I was hoping that he could be of some help to us, but so far he hasn't been much help. He did score here for us, which was great, but we were already down 3-0. We scored after half. I was hoping that that would change our fortunes, and it didn't. Tom Edwards got sent off in the 84th minute. I wasn't too fussed about it because we're at the end of the game. We were on the road. We'd already lost. We went on the road, beat Notts County. Kieran Phillips scored at the absolute last minute. I was sweating this out, thinking that we were probably going to go to penalties, and we didn't. Um, Things started to change here against Sunderland. This is another game that I was kind of upset at. So we're going to watch the goals here for this one as well. Okay, so we got the goal here. Thomas just banked it off it. Got Dane Scarlett there, which I'll go over transfers here in a minute, some of the few I made. But as you can see there, Dane Scarlett, I brought him on loan for Tottenham. Karoma scored a blistering goal. That was just a very good header by Alessi. They didn't do a good job trying to prevent him from getting a solid chance at it. So he just headed that in. We snatched a draw from the jaws of victory, and it was very frustrating. It's been very frustrating that we haven't been able to win anything yet. And I'm hoping today against Leicester City we may be able to change that. So today we're going to be watching Leicester City and QPR, both home games here. But I'm hoping that we can get 2 wins here and try to propel us up the standings a little bit. In the third round of the EFL Cup, we drew Arsenal. We are most likely going out in the third round. I don't see a scenario where we beat them, so next episode we will not be watching that. But we'll definitely be going over it. So now we can go ahead and go to transfers. Let's go to history. So transfers in, we'll go ahead and scroll down. So I brought in 3 players on loan. Dane Scarlett from Tottenham, I felt like we needed another striking option up front. We got him completely for free. He looks like somebody that can be very good in the championship. So I'm hoping having him up front next to Kieran Phillips, it will help unlock some of their potential together and see if they can score. He's played 2 games. He hasn't scored anything yet, but I'm hoping to change that here in the near future. We also brought in Luke Chambers from Liverpool. This was another left back option / center back option I wanted. He won't be playing much center back unless I need somebody speedy there or I'm playing 3 at the back. He is basically a reserve left back option. He's not going to be starting a ton of games, but he has had 2 appearances so far, one starting and one off the, actually both starting so far, excuse me. But he will not be starting either games today. He is not our best left back option. But having him on the bench as a piece that we can send out there if we need some youth out there, that is a great option. And this is probably by far the best signing we've made yet. And you can see I actually included a little bit of loan payment as well. Audrey Santos, or Andre, however you want to pronounce that. We brought him in. This is honestly a guy that could be starting for a low level to mid-tier Prem team in the midfield, and we got him down in the championship. He's an 18-year-old Brazilian. So getting him in, he has been very good so far for me. He was very good in the Carabao Cup, and he has established himself as one of my starting midfielders. I don't see any way that we'll be able to get him long term, but having him in and even on loan just here for us to try to help us with our push to finish mid-table or even get to the championship playoffs this year, it's a great thing to have. I did go ahead and switch up the tactic a little bit for this game. I was playing around with some tactics on my own, and I think this will be very good for what we have. So running a 4-4-2, having the wingers back here next to the midfielders, I think it'll give us a lot more stability at the back. It'll also rely less on the wing backs to get forward in order to complete the attack. So we're going to be running this in the 2 games today. And then if it seems to work, great. If not, I may have to go back to the drawing board and see what else I can do for tactics. Once I figure out what my preferred tactic is going to be, I'm going to go ahead and fill out the rest of these tactic slots. But at the moment, while I'm trying to figure out my main tactic, it didn't make a lot of sense for me to save 3 tactics I'm going to be training whenever I'm constantly switching my main tactic. So that is on my list of things to do. We already went over everything. So we're at the Leicester City game. So we'll go ahead and get in. I've already set my lineup, everything like that. It wants me to make changes. I hate those changes, so we're not going to make them. Do want to do the opposition instructions. And yeah, we are good to go here. Actually, the more I look at it, I can change a sub on the bench. So let's get Andre on. And I'd rather have Hudlin on the bench over Headley. Okay, so we'll go ahead and get into the game. It's going to make me give a team number to Galbraith. He seems like a number 20. We'll give him number 20. Teo, yeah, I know the locker room doesn't agree because you're not starting. And they think Jonathan Hogg should have been starting. Yeah, we did go ahead and switch up the highlights, so it's only going to be key highlights as opposed to extended highlights, so the games will go a little bit quicker, so that way the episodes aren't as long. I really should have shown you the table. I'll show you the table after this game, so that way we can see where we're at. See if we can get anybody motivated. Okay, we got some people motivated, so let's see what we can do with this tactic. They have Balogun playing on the left wing. What? What on earth is this? Gosh, I had to get a screenshot of that. That is annoying. Close that. So yeah, we'll go ahead and get started here. They have a Danny Ward in goal. Oh, I should have put my Danny Ward on the bench so that way Ward could score against Danny Ward. But yeah, let's see if we can get anything going here. I think he would have been off anyway if they'd scored there, so. Let's get the ball back down the field. Okay. I'd like to see some sort of attack and see if we can score anything here. Oh, Turton! What was that? Okay, we're out wide. Let Balogun get it there. Good clear. Why on earth is Balogun playing in the championship? He is somebody that should be playing in the Prem, and he's playing in the championship. That blows my mind. Wilfred and Ndidi got a yellow. I'm fine with that. Why aren't they starting him up front? Looks like Sorba Thomas got hurt. We'll probably pull him off at half. So yeah, right now we're up to 18th. I really want to win this game. I don't want to lose another game. I don't want to draw another game. I want to win this. I want for them to find a way to put the ball in the back of the net and keep the lead. All right, Nakayama to the middle. Back up to Helic. Back to Nakayama. Over to Sorba. To Phillips. He was off. Yeah, I saw that. I'm a lot less frustrated at the moment because they're actually having decent attacks. There we go. Turton to Phillips. Oh, you should have passed it, Phillips. If you got it to Scarlett, that's a goal for Scarlett. All right, so we're going to go into half tied, most likely. We've got 2 shots on target, or 2 shots so far, 1 on target. It's a fairly even game, XG-wise. They have more XG. Both of their shots are off. 2 of their shots are off target. They've had 1 clear-cut chance. We've had 1 clear-cut chance. We're dominating possession so far, which is great. So, well done controlling possession so far. They're going to be delighted. Sorba was... It looks like he's fine now. So I'll leave him on. Karoma, he's a little winded. Let's try this. I made the mistake. I don't have any additional wingers on the bench today. We're going to try this. We're going to bring Andre on. There's a good chance this will backfire on me, but it's something I need to try. I need to remember to put more wingers on the bench for next game. I'm not going to pull either of the strikers off yet, just because I don't want to use those subs yet. But at the very least, I will probably pull one of them off at 60 minutes for... Probably leaning towards Gutierrez at the moment. Bring that veteran present off the bench for the last 60 minutes. Okay, Phillips clearing it out. I would have preferred he tried to get it to somebody to counterattack. He was off by a mile. Yeah, the flag went up. He's off. Good. He was so far off. If they didn't call it, I was going to be furious. Good job, Andre. Sorba just a little bit over. That was a good cross by Turton. Okay. So far around the league, Leeds is up over Bristol. Blackburn leading Millwall. Watford over Preston. Believe we're still 18th at the moment. Actually, okay, we're going to pause this. I want to have the league table up. We're going to put that in the top right. And then we'll go ahead and make a couple of subs. So I think we're going to bring Scarlett off for Gutierrez. We're going to bring Scott High on. And those are the changes we're going to make for the moment. We may bring Hudlin on to replace Phillips if he doesn't get anything going. Change that from a advanced forward to a target forward. See what we can get going. Hellick's getting a little tired, so we may pull him out. Nothing yet. I'd like for them to get something going. Yeah, okay. We'll go ahead and make a couple of subs. We're going to bring Hellick out. He's exhausted. I don't want to tire him anymore. We're going to bring Nakayama to the middle. American Chambers on the left. And I think we're going to go ahead and pull Phillips off. Hudlin on. And we're going to change that from advance forward to target forward on attack. See if those changes do anything. Like I said, I want to win this. At home, this is a game we should be winning. Got 10 minutes left. I think I'm going to bump this from positive to attacking. So shouts. We're going to do encourage. Andre just a little too far. Yama, good job lead, getting it upfield. No. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. How did Balogun not sink that? Oh, my gosh. We got away with that one. Oh, my gosh. We can still win this. I don't think we're going to. No, I think we're gonna come out of this with a draw. That's a little frustrating. I would really like to win that. Um, I mean, based on XG, they deserve to win that. We only had one shot on target. We had one clear cut chance. They had two. They should have scored with Balogun there at the end. So the fact we got 1 point out of this instead of nothing is, I'll take it. Uh, we are the worst team, so I'm going to tell them I'm happy with their performance. It's going to make them delighted. I need to get this locker room chemistry up. Once I do, I think we'll be able to tick a lot better. So far with Huddersfield, we're out of the relegation zone, which is great because we were sitting in 22nd coming into this game. So I will take that. So once it ticks over to 31st, we're going to go and kick over to the table. I'll go ahead and show that to you. And then I am going to go ahead and sim ahead to the next game against QPR. I'm not going to be doing anything on the transfer deadline day, so there's no point in me keeping you for that because it's just going to be me simming through it. If I decide I do make any sort of changes, I will bring you back once I'm finalizing the contract, but I don't foresee myself making any sort of deadline deals or anything like that. There we go. Okay. So let's go ahead and go to competitions real quick. Go to the table. So as you saw, Leeds, they won. They were top of the table. But going into last game, Sheffield and Norwich were top of the table. Sheffield was ahead of them a goal difference. Norwich so far doing quite good. They have Josh Sargent over there, who's obviously a American, and as an American, go Americans. But yeah, I mean, we very easily can end up back down in the relegation zone because Plymouth, Swansea, Stoke, Birmingham, Coventry, they all still have a game to play. They could win. But I am hoping to start digging myself out of the relegation zone so that way we can start building up. And I want to finish ideally around 11th or 10th this year. So that's what we're going to be aiming for. If we can make it up into the playoff places, great. Right now we're 5 points out of that. But with the way we've been playing, I don't see a very likely scenario where we do play in the playoff positions. And if we do, we probably get eliminated. So I'm going to go ahead and sim to the next game against QPR. I will evaluate the team and see if there's any moves that I think need to be made. But I don't imagine any definitely needing to be made. So like I said, if I make any moves, I will bring you back. But if not, I will see you for the QPR game. Okay, so we went ahead and got through transfer deadline day. I didn't end up making any moves. I did make one loan offer for a winger out at AC Milan, but unfortunately, it just didn't materialize at all. So there's no point in really showing that. As you can see, the table is fairly updated here. We only moved down to 19th, so right now we are still safe from the relegation zone. Plymouth still has a game, so they'll most likely go above us, so they'll knock us down to 20th. But at the moment, we are safe. So we are going to go ahead and play QPR here. I think this is a game we should be winning at home. If we don't, that is beyond frustrating. So I went ahead and I set the squad up already. Not squad. I meant to go to tactics. Sorry. Actually, we can just go to tactical view. Show you before the match. Wants me to make some changes. I'm not going to. Wants me to do cautious. Not going to do that. So as you can see here, we got Jonathan Hogg in the squad. Actually, we're going to get Andre Santos in instead of Kasuma. And then is there anybody else I'd rather have in the squad over Kasuma? Rodoni. But yeah, Scott High, he's out on international duty with I believe it's the Scottish Yeah, Scottish under 21. So that's where he's at the moment. We got Turton out there. I actually think I'm going to have Edwards play instead of him and throw Turton on the bench. We're going to leave Gutierrez off the squad this time. So yeah, this squad we're going to be rolling into the game with. I want to see if we can get a little better off the rip. So we're going to start out attacking, see if that makes any changes. Danny Ward, he is back from injury, so he can play today. Glad to hear that. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and get into the game real quick and see if we can get a win here. I'd love to pick up my first 3 points of the year, get the first win. I want to not draw all year. That would be beyond frustrating. It's just draw, loss, things like that. I want to win games that aren't in the cup because I'm about to get knocked out of the cup. And if I can only win games there, it's not going to be great. Yeah, let's see if we can get these guys inspired. You know, I'm fine with that. So yeah, we're running Dane Scarlett and Kyle Hudlin up front. We got Danny Ward on the left, Andre Santos, Jonathan Hogg in the middle, Sorba Thomas on the right, and we got Nakayama at left back, Tom Edwards at right back, Lees, Hellick, and Basilic as the back 3. So yeah, I think this is a game we should win. If we're not winning this game, I'm going to be a little upset, and I'm going to have to figure out what I can do to get this team ticking, which I will do a lot of figuring out off screen. So yeah, we'll go ahead and start out here, see if attacking gets us anything. So far, it's got us 2 shots. So far, they got a highlight here. Went wide left, great. It's going to kick it back. I really want to win this game here, and so far, they're the only ones getting highlights. Going over again. Okay. Attacking isn't working, so we're going to kick it back to positive. Norwich up 1 over Birmingham. That has effect over us because Birmingham is in the relegation zone at the current moment. Preston answered back to Hull City fairly quickly. This first half has been uneventful. Sorba bang this in. Come on, Sorba. What a goal! Sorba Thomas! Oh my god. What a free kick. Alright, we're up. Thank you. Thank you, Sorba. Another thing I forgot to mention, nobody came in with an offer for Karoma. I did promise him that if somebody came in with an offer of $1 million, I would sell him. Nobody came in with that offer, so he is still here. He's going to be here until at least January at this rate. I don't want to have one of my defenders marking somebody. So yeah, I mean, Sorba with a great goal there. Yeah, they've done a very good job so far. I don't have very many complaints. I think I'm going to pull Scarlett off and put Phillips on. It's the only change I'm going to make for now. Going to start the second half. I would love to get some additional goals here and see if we can increase our lead. I would also like to start cutting down our goal difference. Thomas with the free kick. He's aiming for Hudlin. Hudlin, yes! That's why I have Hudlin playing for scenarios like that. He being 6'9" means nobody can out-jump him and get that ball. That was a great free kick by Sorba Thomas, who's just having a fantastic day today. First he scored the goal earlier, and now he has the assist to Hudlin off a fantastic free kick. But yeah, I really want to get our goal difference up. We came into today at -4. Right now we're at -2. So, I mean, if at all possible, I would love to get that to 0, but it's probably not going to happen, realistically. So, I will take a -2, -1, anything like that. Okay, they got the attack here. It's a bad touch. Clark Salter out the box. Gonna run up the Get up the right. Okay. Here we go. Okay, nice try, Headland. Out of bounds. Right back to us. Okay, good. Okay, we're going to go and make a few changes. Danny Ward, it's first game back from injury, so he is tired. We're going to get Rodoni on. Andre Santos, he has a yellow. I'm going to get him on. Actually, we're going to put Rodoni there. We're going to put Karoma out on the left. Helix exhausted. We're going to wait another 10 minutes before we take him off. Okay. Let's get those changes made. Ward, I think he had a decent return to action after being injured for a couple of games. So I'm not really upset with his. Sorba with another free kick. To Hudlin. Oh, so close to being the second goal of the day for Hudlin. Helix tired. Yeah, I'm going to pull him off at the 70th minute. That is one thing that I'll probably look to see if I can do, is see if there's any center backs on a free I can bring in. I tried looking around to see if there's any I could bring in. That I could bring in on a loan, but I just didn't find any that I really liked. So I'll give the freeze a look after this to see if there's anything that I can bring in, so that way I can have additional center back help. Because Helic at this moment, he's just not making it through a full game. And as a center back, not very good. Karoma, wow. 3-0. Okay. I didn't expect that to be anything. That was a great cross from Hudlin and a great header from Karoma. Let's watch this again. That was a fantastic goal. Fantastic cross. Karoma just got up over him, and the goalie had no idea what he was doing. 3-0. I'll take it. Yeah, at this rate, this is going to be our tactic for the remainder of the year. I've been very pleased with it in 2 games we played today. I'm going to be playing with it a little more off-screen and make sure that it is, in fact, what I'm looking for. But so far today, there is absolutely nothing to complain about. So it's going to be our tactic for the rest of the year, barring anything catastrophic happening off-screen. Also work on filling out some of the additional tactic spots. But I think we're going to take the win here 3-0. Oh, Gomez made it 4-0. Oh, that would have been nice. All right, I think they're going to call game after he kicks this. Yeah, it's game. Oh, never mind. They're going to have a free kick. They gave him a free kick and they called the game. Okay. But yeah, that's our first win of the year. I am very pleased that we finally got that. We had a Sorba Thomas goal, a Kyle Hudlin goal, and a Josh Karoma goal. That's exactly how the tactic was drawn up, to get shots, and get the win. Scarlett, I probably didn't need to pull him off for Phillips. He may have got it going in the second half, but him and Phillips are going to be rotating a lot. At this moment, Hudlin is somebody I am not going to pull off of that. Hudlin's not somebody I'm going to be taking off the field. He has been very good so far. It is a big kudos to to Neil Warnock and his staff, the fact they got him in, and he was a non-league player, and he got a goal for us today because of his insane height and the ability to finish there at the goal. So yeah, we got the first win of the season there. Very happy with that. We'll go over to competition. This is how the table is looking at the end of this episode. Norwich and Leeds top, probably what you would expect. West Brom being in third, it's a little bit shocking, but good for them. Then you got Sheffield, Middlesbrough, and Hull filling out the playoff spot at the moment. But we are 3 points within the playoff spot. It's way too early in the season to really be doing too much, looking too far ahead. So we're just going to keep chugging along. I think where we're going to go ahead and come back next time. Where would I want to come back next time? I think where we're going to aim to come back will probably be this West Brom Sheffield doubleheader here in December. So I'm going to play through the rest of these games off screen, and then West Brom Sheffield. And then that will take us up to the and then after that, we'll just see where we go from there, but that'll most likely take us into January. So yeah, we'll most likely be back next time for West Brom Sheffield unless things change. Those are two teams at the top of the table. They should be good games to watch. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And then this will go ahead and finish out this episode here. Took our first win. Very happy. Think we finally figured out our tactic. So yeah, I'm hoping that by the time I return, we're more established as a mid-table team. So yeah, let's close out this episode, and I hope you guys have a good one. Thanks.